What's good, everybody? Now, keto diets can be boring. And for any diet to actually work, you need to have fun once in a while. And that's why in today's special keto recipe, I'm going to be combining the goodness of bacon fat with your regular healthy keto ingredients, namely chicken breast, spinach, and even a little cheese just to make it a little better. I bring you Ranveer's chicken breast pockets. Now this recipe is all about chicken breasts again, but keep in mind that bacon takes this to a whole new level. Now, very important thing to note, I'm using fresh bacon here. This is fresh organic bacon and not packaged bacon. Packaged bacon has a lot of carbs and a lot of sugar, and that's going to put you straight out of keto. So only use bacon if you've got organic bacon. Start the process with cutting the skin off all those slits of the bacon. So make a small slit with a knife and then proceed to pull off the skin. So do this for all the bacon pieces, but in this case, we're not going to throw away the skin. Yes, the bacon's awesome, but the skin's also got a bit of fat attached to it. And in this case, because it's a keto recipe, we can afford the high fat. So the first step, we're going to render the bacon fat. Now to render any kind of fat from any meat, this is the process. You start by putting just a little bit of water on a non-stick, place your meat on that non-stick pan, and just heat it on a medium flame. Eventually you'll see that the meat starts leaching out all its own oils, and the water, it just collects all that taste. So eventually, once the water dries up and the bacon releases all its fat, that's it. You've got all that fat to be used in this keto recipe. Of course, keep in mind, bacon isn't essential to this recipe, but it takes it to a whole new level, so use it. So after you're done rendering the fat, you just keep the bacon in a bowl, separate all those pieces of inedible skin, which honestly speaking have done their job for us, and then you go on to save all the fat from that non-stick pan to be used later in this recipe, of course. Now keep in mind, in this recipe I'm using bacon fat, but you can use any other fat you want. Next keto friendly ingredient, spinach leaves. Just like the bacon fat, this isn't necessary, but I feel that these flavors go great together. So we're going to be doing something cool with the spinach here. We want to get it cut into these long threads or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to do some kind of julienning. To julienne any leaf, you take all the leaves of the same shape and size, put them on top of each other like I've done here, and roll them into a roll, essentially. Next step, go in with a sharp knife and start julienning that spinach. So julienne it well, get it into these strands, and you know it's ready to go. Now juliennes of spinach are awesome, but to make it more awesome, let's go in with garlic. So take that same non-stick you used to fry off the bacon and fry off some of the garlic in that bacony goodness. And once your bacon and garlic mixture is ready, you can go in with all those leaves. Stir fry the spinach till it's wilted, that means it's cooked. And now we can begin work on the main protein in this dish, chicken breast. So line up a plastic sheet just the way I've done here, and line up 1 or 2 chicken breasts and then just wrap it up in all the plastic, because keep in mind, chicken breasts aren't evenly shaped, and we're going to use a meat mallet here just to flatten out the chicken breast. Now you can use your hands, but nothing works like a fancy meat mallet, and it makes me feel cool. Remember, the flatter your chicken breast is, the easier it is to get worked into a chicken breast pocket. So to start work on the pocket, place your garlicky bacony spinach right in the middle of that chicken breast, and then of course, go in with that bacony goodness. Again, completely optional, but takes it to the next level. Bacon's one of those flavors that just elevates any dish, so definitely add it if you're a bacon person. And now this is where the recipe gets a little bit controversial. Now I know I advise you guys not to have cheese while you're on keto, but keep in mind, a little bit of cheese here and there won't hurt. So I'm using about 2 tablespoons of regular cheddar cheese, which is a cumulative 2 or 3 grams of carbs, which are not gonna put you out of keto, so don't worry. And now we can start work on the actual pocketing of the pocket. So you start by folding up your chicken breasts and use your best friend, the regular kitchen toothpick, to just hold it together. So use about 6 toothpicks for 2 chicken breasts and you're good to go. Okay, now time for another completely optional, slightly controversial step. So remember that bacon fat we saved up? I like to douse my chicken breast pockets with a little bit of fat and then salt them super generously to just give that good seasoning on the outside. Remember, the inside is seasoned with the cheese. Next, we preheat an oven to 175 degrees, a relatively low temperature, because we're gonna cook the chicken breast further after the oven's done its job. So in your preheated oven, place your chicken breast pockets and just let them sit there for about 10 to 15 minutes. So after about 15 minutes of cooking on 175 degrees, your chicken's cooked, but it's not that great to look at. So if you want to take it to the next level, another optional step, with whatever bacon fat's remaining, you get it on a hot cast iron skillet and flash fry those babies. Flash frying allows you to get this amazing color on the outside of the chicken breast pocket. Again, remember, it's completely optional. If you want to save up on the fat, don't flash fry it, but we're on keto, so we can afford all those calories. Also, don't make the rookie mistake of leaving the toothpicks in. As you can see here, I removed it and then I browned it from all the other sides. So flash fry it till all the sides of the chicken breast pocket are brown, and eventually your gorgeous chicken breast pockets are ready. Now, I did serve it up with ketchup, but that's just for the picture. Remember, first and foremost, this is a keto friendly dish. High protein, high fat, and high oh yeah!